Welcome. My name is Alice, but you might know me as Stamper Girl. I am here for Cat Scrappiness, and today I am going to be working with scraps from my previous card. My previous card is right here on the top right, and you can see that one in our YouTube hub, which I will link next. The other two cards we're going to create in this video. I am going to be using just the scraps from my rainbow and some extra supplies that are like card bases and stuff like that. Okay, come and join me and let's make this card. I am using the rainbow from After the Rain and the rope squares from both of them from Cat Scrappiness. I'm using the smallest square and the next smallest size, or the next largest size. And I'm just going to trace around them just so I know which parts for sure I need to cover with my scraps. These are all scraps from when I created my card for the KSDT Faves, which is going on right now. So you may want to give that a look. We are having a giveaway hop, and I will link that information all in the description below if you're interested on that too. But I am using all the scraps here. I had all these scraps and I thought there has to be a way that I can make some cards. And I know it's not going to be your typical rainbow, because those ones I use for the rainbow card. But here I am just putting some papers, and then I realized these are not going to fit here because these are for the bottom of the rainbow where I'm doing the top part. So you'll see me how I can figure it out. So I come with a piece of tissue and I just scrape the rest of the glue that I have put down, and I decide to tackle my smaller square that is on the left, and I will come back to that larger square in a little bit. You see me here trim a little bit of some of the corners, some of the pieces to make things fit. And just keep putting colors and see what fits in what. I'm not even bothering what colors the order, because again, it's not going to work. But these colors all go so beautifully together that I have not a problem finding something that goes perfectly. It's just more trying to figure it out which curve fits where. And with a little bit of maybe pushing here and there, I can find a way to find something that fits. So you see me keep trying, and I'm like, that one almost fits, and I'm like, I have to be able to find something. So I'm going to use this one, which doesn't fit perfectly, but I'm overlapping it a little bit, and that is totally fine. Remember, we're using our scraps to do this card, so it is okay. So now for here, I decide, well, what if I put my rainbow going the opposite order, the opposite side, so the curve going like curve to curve, and that worked like a charm. I was so excited about the look of this. I'm like, really so cute. Well, given the green one fits in there, I'm like, this is making me so happy. Well, rainbows to start with make me super happy. I should have mentioned that these papers that I'm using are from the Crafty Quokka paper pack, and the lilac one is from Bonnie Hop. Because I realized later that the Crafty Quokka doesn't have any purples on it. So, and I needed a purple for my Hop card. So I am using, again, like I mentioned, my rope square nested squares from Cat Scrappiness. And I'm going to cut these two out and see what it looks like, okay? And then the other leftover, I just trim it with my trimmer. And I'm actually loving this, and I'm bringing the I Love You with Shadow Sentiment from Cat Scrappiness too. And it fits perfectly. Can you believe that? It just fits perfectly in that little rectangle of leftover rainbow curves. You will see me here using my little Psychic Mini, and I am just pulling very carefully my tape and my sentiment, and it looks perfect, and it cut through all my layers. I was super happy about this. I am going to pull this apart. I am going to mat all of this in black because I want the sentiment to be really, really obvious and just pop when you see it. And I am going to put the insides of the O, the L, and the E, I believe it is, that I'm pulling out. And those I'm going to glue back when I mat this into a black cardstock. Again, like I mentioned, I am going to mat all this in black. The black is just going to make those pastel colors just really, really pop. So I will glue this. It's about a 1/16 of an inch all around my rectangle. And I might trim a little bit on the bottom because it looks like I have a teeny tiny bit extra in there. Using my Barely Arts glue to glue the entire mat into that black cardstock. Make sure that you add some glue in all the little parts that like those ones that I'm putting glue now. I just want to make sure that everything goes down nice and smoothly. Okay? Like I mentioned, there is a little bit of extra in that bottom, so I'm gonna just trim it off. Oh, and that it looks beautiful. This is a true beautiful look on this. Again, I am going to pop these out, glue them into the L, O, in the, maybe the V and the E. So, and then I am also going to mat some of the squares and see how we put together this as a card. So I will put a little bit of music and I hope you follow it. For the first card for that heart, I did cut it out of the double stitch heart from Cat Scrappiness. That's important to mention that because I will be using the negative of that cut in a little bit. So this is my second card. Remember that love that we had left over, and here is my negative part of where I did cut my heart, and I am letting myself follow the top of the two loops to cut this, what I think it is, square, which may not be, but it works out for what I need. Just need a little tiny rectangle. There it is. And now we're going to start playing and see how we're going to make this into a card. These two elements are going to be my main two elements for my card. And I love how that looks. I put that in there and I said, well, my heart needs a little bit of coloring. And you'll see me try a red. A red is way too much. So then I bring the Cat Scrappiness gold glitter cardstock, and it is just perfect. I'm bringing a ruler and my Sharpie to make some doodles. I haven't done doodles in my cards in ages, but I really love the look. It is such a simple way to add interest to your card. So here I did just lines around the four sides. See how suddenly that black of the heart makes more sense? And I really truly love. I did cut a piece of the gold heart. You'll see me bring it up right here. For a second, I thought of just cutting a rectangle about this, but then I remembered that this is the heart, the double heart stitch craft die from Cat Scrappiness. So it not only does a stitching look in the outside, but also on the inside. So I was like, oh no, I want that little detail of the stitching. So I am going to use my Sidekick and just cut that tiny little heart from the gold fall paper glitter, which it's just perfect. I love it because it's a little bit darker. I could have taken one of the light colors, but I thought that that bit of a darker gold, it just makes it pop a little bit extra with the black heart. So I am positioning my little tiny rectangle, and then I'm going to put my little tiny heart inside and then glue the love next to it, and my card is almost done. I love how simple this is. Sometimes you just need to use those scraps, and some sweet and simple cards can come to you using those scraps. Adding some bling with my embellishment tools, and this one is a mother of pearl solid round confetti sequin from Cat Scrappiness. So I used the gold glitter Cat Scrappiness, the I Love You with shadow, the After the Rain, the mother of pearl, the square nested squares, the double stitch hearts, and the Crafty Quokka paper to create that first main card for the Love You, for the hop. And these two are just freebies from scraps. If you like our content here, make sure that you like and subscribe. If you like the way I present videos, go check out my channel up on the top. And remember, don't leave your crafting for tomorrow. Start today. Bye.